blue sea on a low budget. Dark Waters. This is the 2003 creature feature action movie from director Philip J. Roth, who was also a producer on a lot of movies. But before we get into it, make sure to check out my book, Chomp, which was written in time, thank God. This is a killer shark book that I wrote, and I'd be honored if anyone would check it out and give me feedback on my second book, my first being Wild Man. The links to purchase it on Amazon on paperback and or Kindle are in the description below. Let's get into the review. The plot. A deep-sea facility is taken out by a pack of sharks, and they ask Dane Quattrell to accompany them with his sub down to the bottom of the ocean floor where the facility was. Sharks attack them too, then they get transported to another submarine where all sorts of action happens. This starts off actually really strong, but then kind of delves down into action movie cliches with a sprinkle of shark carnage. In this movie we have Dane Quattrell, who's played by Lorenzo Lamas. He's the guy with the past. His father went missing, presumed dead. He has a sub that's basically his only reason for being there, other than the fact that there's a twist at the end. Robin Turner, played by Simone McKinnon, is his sidekick, pretty much. Not even like a romantic relationship, she's just a snarky, selfish, stealing sidekick who is loyal to Dane Quattrell, but other than that, she is a beast. She's not really even likable, but she does try to do good things and to survive the scenarios, so they needed a female character in this movie somewhere. John Miklos, played by Jeffrey Gorman, is the sub-Navy guy who kind of gets in on the action. He's just one of the grunts, and he ends up fighting alongside Dane Quattrell and Robin Turner, which it's kind of weird because why was he there? Maybe to provide some comic relief or something. Then we have Somerville, played by Bruce Gray, who died in 2017. Rest in peace. He's the guy who has funded the expedition. He goes down with them. Those are the main players we start off with. Then we get a whole bunch of more characters. The mysterious doctor, played by Ross Manarkey. I love that name. Manarkey. He's out of the blue on their side. I don't know how he knows things he does involving the twist, but apparently that's just how the story has to fold out. Captain Yarborough, played by Stefan Lysenko, is insane. Like, he's screaming his head off 95% of his screen time, and then the very last scream he does is hilarious. Dr. Cobbs, played by Rodrigo Abed, I guess he likes beds, or he just chose one bed. Abed is the scientist assistant to the mysterious scientist who was mentioned already. There's not much to his character. A lot of these characters don't really have purpose, which is kind of annoying. But he does have a chilling line near the end. Welcome to the bottom of the ocean. We also have Gaston, played by Robert Zachar from Dragon Fighter and a bunch of other Sci-Fi Channel films. But other than that, there's really not many other characters that matter in the long run. The film tries to be serious with Dane's missing and presumed dead father, and the experiments not being able to be controlled outside the base. But it also tries to be an action film with tons of gunfights and explosions. Well, I mean, in terms of explosions, it's mostly just sparks hitting other stuff. The scenes with the sharks are what we come for, and I feel that they were kind of lacking in some scenes. Like, we want to see shark carnage, but we get to gunfights, and this plot screams for shark carnage. The gore, the effects, there's really only mild blood. We get clouds of blood while sharks eat people and shaky CG footage while they devour them. The CGI is actually pretty good in terms of the sets and when the sharks are on screen. It's especially good for a 2003 low-budget Sci-Fi Channel production. There are tons of sub and station effects that needed to be done for this movie, and the fact that they put so much effort into the sharks as well is impressive. The motion picture soundtrack, Christopher Holden composes some decent action-adventure music for this movie. It sounds like a lot of the other productions back in the early 2000s, which isn't a bad thing because they didn't really stink. This was a passable shark movie. The characters are mostly poorly acted, but there are some standout performances, like the over-the-top Captain Yarborough. It's kind of dry in terms of blood, but there is one standout kill that's just hilarious. And the climax is a lot of fun. The music is okay, it's easy enough to remember, which is a good thing. I'd say if you want a lot of bullets and ammunition just flying around and action occurring around the shark carnage, cheap as it may be, this one is for you. Overall, I give Dark Waters a 1.5 out of 5. Thank you all for watching, and I am Brian Gatto, the horror show host. Make sure to like, comment on, as well as share this video. Like my Facebook fan page and support me on Patreon, where even $1 a month can help keep this channel going on strong, and I'd greatly appreciate it. Plus, you'll get access to body counts and other music videos that you can't get on YouTube because of copyright and age restriction. Also, hit that notification bell, and as always, subscribe.